Mackey Motors at tailgate here on 93.7 at KKRL. Mackey Motors of Lake City again, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive it. Mackey Motors in Lake City. MackeyMotors.com. Check them out again there. Jeff Langwood, Mason Nealon. We get you set for our boys basketball game here tonight. The Exira-Oakland-Kimballton Spartans coming in 1-2 on the year, 1-2 right now in the Rolling Valley Conference. They dropped their last game out. They're going to be facing the Coon Rapids-Bayard Crusaders under head coach Corey Meyer. They come in 4-0 on the year, 3-0 in the Rolling Valley Conference. Of course, they have won all 4 of their games so far this season. Mason, what are you looking for here in this matchup? We're about a minute and a half from getting it underway.
Something I looked at just looking at the stat sheet here is that for Exira, they've only shot 18 free throws the entire year. You know, through a couple games in the season, you'd expect them to get to the line a little bit more. When you look at the other side, 54 free throw attempts for the Crusaders. So I assume tonight that a lot of what's going to happen is that the Crusaders are going to come out physical on the offensive end, try to get to the line, and then for the Spartans here, you just got to kind of back them off that, let them shoot threes instead.
We need to step away. We've got a 1-minute break we need to take. We're back in 1 minute with starting lineups for the boys game next here on 93.7 KKRL.
The perfect outfits await at a Fun Top in Jeans. Since 2019, a Fun Top in Jeans in downtown Carroll has been your stop for everything from tops and jeans to shorts, dresses, sweaters, even purses and jewelry. And of course, a Fun Top in Jeans is Carroll's Merle Norman cosmetics retailer. Plus, with new styles of tops, sweaters, and more arriving daily, now is the perfect time to stop by a Fun Top in Jeans in downtown Carroll. A Fun Top in Jeans, where the name says it all.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for the boys game tonight. First of all, for, again, the Exira-Oakland-Kimballton Spartans, they're going to be starting a 5'10 junior in Owen Jewell, a 5'4 junior in Austin Rasmussen, a 5'11 senior in Cannon Hansen, a 6'4 senior in Josh Nelson, and a 6'1 sophomore in Anthony Young. For the Coon Rapids-Bayard Crusaders under head coach Corey Meyer, they're going to be starting a 6' sophomore in Bryce Lewis, a 5'10 sophomore in Caden Oswald, a 5'10 senior in Parker Hayes, a 6'1 sophomore in Ty Hayden, and a 6'4 junior in Cal Hayden. For the Spartans this season, again, 1-2, they fell to Glidden Ralston 61-52, beat Booyer Valley 53-47, and fell to Woodbine 68-28. They'll head to West Harrison on Friday night to wrap up the first half of the season. They score 44 points per game, giving up 59 points per game. For Coon Rapids-Bayard, beat West Harrison 59-22, knocked off Cam 63-39, topped Arviva 54-42, and beat Audubon 56-47. This is their final game before the holiday break. They come in averaging 58 points per game, giving up 38 points per game, and shooting up 44% from the field. Mason, one of the guys you're going to probably want to keep an eye on here, Cal Hayden, coming in 24 points, 8 rebounds a game. He is our defending all-rewind baseball player of the year and stuff. He is an amazing baseball player. Will probably play D1 baseball and stuff if he wants to, but he's also an outstanding basketball player. He's a track star as he's a state guy in track, and he was an all-district football player when he played football for a couple of years as well. So terrific athlete.
Yeah, when you look out there, I mean, I didn't recognize the face right away, but he kind of sticks out in this crowd.
And Cannon Hansen and also Josh Nelson. Nelson averaging 14 points, 12 rebounds a game. He's going to jump it up against Hayden, and it will be Coon Rapids-Bayard controlling the opening tip. So that's going to be a fun matchup between Nelson and Hayden here. Ty Hayden also leading this team in rebounds. Lewis with it, off to Ty Hayden, down to Cal on the right corner. They'll work it into the block now to Ty, back out up top to Lewis, over the left side to Hayes. Hayes will cut down to the baseline, little floater up, no good. Rebound taken down that time by Hansen. Hansen will get it off into the hands now. Rasmussen will bring it up. Defended out there by Oswald. Over to the left side again to Hansen. Picked up by Hayes. Crusaders go man-to-man to start this ballgame. Up top, Nelson with it. Pass is tipped. Picking it up over on the far side is Young. He'll get it back off now into the hands of Hansen. Hansen up top behind the back. 10 seconds left. Shot clock. They'll work it down to the corner. Jewell with it. Picks up the dribble. Down to Rasmussen. Corner three up. No good. And Cal Hayden will pick up the rebound. Long pass down the strike to Lewis. And the layup's up and good.
Great pass there by Hayden.
Bryce Lewis will put the Crusaders on top here by a score of 2-0. Rasmussen again will bring it up. Picked up by Caden Oswald. Brings it down on the right side. Picks up the dribble. Gets it off now to Hansen. Hansen back to Rasmussen. Comes off a screen by Hansen. Does Rasmussen. Now dribbles it back to the right side. Hands it again off to Hansen. Up top to Jewell. Jewell going to penetrate in. Gets down the right side. Down to the baseline. Three on the way from Josh Nelson. No good. Ty Hayden pulled down the rebound. Then flipped it as he was going out of bounds. Young gets it over to Hansen. Three up. No good. Cal Hayden again with the rebound. Flips it ahead now to Oswald. Oswald down to the left wing. Finds the cutter Ty Hayden. Ty on the block. Spins in the lane. Fadeaway jumper up and good. Ty Hayden, 11 points, 13 rebounds per game is what he's coming in averaging. He'll put his Crusaders up 4-0. 6:05 to go here in the first quarter. Rasmussen off now to Young. Young backdoor cut by Jewell. Caught it on the block. Lewis there with the defense. Pull up jumper up and good. Nice job that time by Jewell. Mason to let the defense kind of float by a couple of times to clear himself a little bit for that shot.
Yeah, when you're not the tallest guy on the court, you got to get every open look you can take.
Hayes on the right wing. Three on the way from him. Up no good. Rebound taken down by Hansen. Now off to Rasmussen. Crusaders drop back into their half-court man-to-man. Nelson with it left side. Back to Hansen. Pump fake gets inside the free throw line. Over to Jewell. Right wing three up and good. And the Spartans have grabbed a 5-4 lead.
Looks like the Crusaders kind of jumpy in this first quarter.
First a lead change here of the ballgame. Spartans getting a back-to-back buckets here. Crusaders will work it to Hayes. Over to the right side to Oswald. Coon, a team that hasn't always shot it well. Three-point shot from Lewis up top, but he's a guy that's a shooter. So if he starts knocking things down, that's going to be huge for them. 2 lead changes in this ballgame. Don't forget you can watch and listen to tonight's boys game on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel, brought to you by Fun Top and Jeans, a Fun Top and Jeans in Carroll, where the name says it all. Will Miners over there running that video production for us tonight. CB Sports Network YouTube channel. We're going to get a double dribble on Josh Nelson. And what caused that, Mason?
You know, the trap for the Crusaders, they're going to jump right off that pick. They'll hedge a little bit, and then they'll jump the pick. And then right after that, you got to kind of force them back center.
Caden Oswald will bring it up, 1-3-1. They work it over now to Cal Hayden, penetrating in, gets all the way and just finger rolls it. He could have dunked that when he was up above the rim, but just dropped it down through. It's 9-5. Rasmussen up top. Ball tipped away from behind by Oswald. Oswald out on the break as Lewis fed him, and the layup is up and good. Caden Oswald with the steal. Bryce Lewis with the assist. Oswald with the bucket. 11-5 in favor of the Crusaders. They're on a nice 7-0 run here. Shot down on the baseline, up no good by Nelson, but he's going to draw some contact and get himself to the free throw line. That foul on Ty Hayden, his first against the Crusaders. Nelson at the line, 25% on the season. He's not attempted a free throw yet tonight. First one is up and good.
Crusaders kind of have this defensive matchup playing really well with what I said earlier, where they jump that screen, make it hedge. They're really going to try to force a lot of quick thinking, a lot of quick passing as well.
Nelson's second free throw up, good as well. So knocks down both. You take it with a grain of salt, early season free throw percentages, because some kids haven't shot a lot, so sometimes their percentages are real good or really low, and it doesn't tell you the kind of free throw shooter they really are. Lewis with it over to Hayden on the left wing. That's Cal. He'll attack. Has it stripped away by Rasmussen. And coming out of there with it is Nelson. Back over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen across half court. Kicks it left side to Hansen. Pump fake. Takes it down on the baseline. Up top now to Nelson. Catches and fires a three. Off the rim. No good. And we're going to get a foul. And that is going to go on Anthony Young, the 6'1 sophomore. making sure that the guy was guarding him and boxing him out was no longer in front of him as he kind of slid him off to the side.
Looked like a loose ball foul after the ball got off the rim. Tried to go get it, but kind of threw the guy he was boxing out, which made it that foul.
Jace Baker, a 5'8" sophomore on the floor for the Crusaders. He'll check in for Oswald. Baker, a pretty good shooter. He's a hustle guy. His mom and dad sitting across the way. Rich, the old volleyball coach here from a few years ago. Now Ty Hayden cuts down the lane. Parker Hayes had dribbled in. And tell you what, left it off for him for the nice assist. Hey, Ty with the bucket. And now a scoop shot is up and good from Jewell on the other end. Crusaders were up 13-7 here a moment ago. But the bucket by Jewell cuts it back to 13-9. Cal Hayden open right side, top of the key, 3 on the way up and good. Cal Hayden's got 5 here early on. 16-9 in favor of the Crusaders. Under 3 to go first quarter. Rasmussen down to Hansen on the baseline. Hansen picks up the dribble, throws it back out to Rasmussen, who tracks it down. Takes it over on the left side, kind of works it through some traffic, trying to tough bounce pass. That one looked like it was kicked. It's going to go out of bounds off the Crusaders. It will be Spartan basketball. 2:45 left here in this first quarter of play. Our Motor Inn player of the game coming up in the postgame. Motor Inn of Cary, your premier Toyota and Chevy dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. Jewell looking to get inbounds close to the 5-second count, finds Hansen up top. Hansen defended out top by Lewis, comes off a screen. They work it over on the left side to Jewell. He'll attack down on the baseline, cut off by Ty Hayden. Back up now to Nelson out on the left side, about 24 foot away, over to Rasmussen right side. Rasmussen down to the wing. Shot is up at the buzzer of the shot clock by Blake Nelson. It's no good. The rebound to Bryce Lewis. He'll bring it up. Attacks in the lane. Runner in the lane is up and good. Bryce has come out aggressive here tonight, Mason, and he's looking pretty sharp.
Yeah, you know, playing around a guy like Cal Hayden, you know, he's going to stay in the post. If you go in there, they're going to try to get him first, and then you get easy buckets on the right side there.
18-9. Hansen up top, fires up a 3, no good. Hayes with the rebound for the Crusaders. He'll push, under 2 to go first quarter. Hayes in the lane, jump stop, move, layup off the left side. Up and good, and the lead is now 11 at 20-9. Good run here for Coon Rapids-Bayard. Jewell on the left wing, looking inside. Hayden taking away Nelson right now over the left side. Rasmussen finds the cutter, Jewell. And Cal Hayden right there says, not in my house, and swats that one away.
That one had no chance. The second it left his hand, it just met Cal Hayden's hand right there, and he took it and sent it right back out of bounds.
7-0 run right now by Coon Rapids-Bayard. They're up 13-7. Or actually 13-9, excuse me. So a 20-9 lead right now after that 7-0 run. Spartans looking to stop it here. Hansen up top. Looks to pass it inside to Nelson. Tipped away. Lewis will come out of there with it. Lewis down the floor, brings it out on the wing. Kick pass now to Oswald. Oswald will attack. Drives in and goes right up over Rasmussen for the bucket. Oswald with 4. It's 22-9. Rasmussen again bringing it up. Ty Hayden going to check in for it. Comes off a screen up top by Jewell. Jewell now gets it. Drives down over to Nelson. Baseline jumper up, no good. And the rebound taken down by Cal Hayden, his 3rd of the ballgame. Cal going to push. He'll attack. And we're going to get a foul. Going to go out front. I think either on Nelson or Rasmussen. I think it's going to go Nelson. That'll be the call. So Josh Nelson will pick up his 1st. That'll be the 2nd against the Spartans here in the quarter. Hayden now checking in. Ty Hayden checks in for Lewis.
Great overall game here by the Crusaders, though. Defensively, doing a really nice job, and offensively just playing their game and just outscoring them right now.
Crusaders will spread 4 across the baseline. They'll lob it into Cal, now over to Ty. Down to Baker. Baker goes into Cal on the right block, comes out on the left side, goes up at the rim, and lays it up and in. He's so big and so strong, they just don't have a defense for him inside.
That one gave me deja vu of calling the Carroll Tigers last year. Ran a similar play all season.
To Evan Hammer, yeah. Jewell with it, back off now to Hansen. Hansen with it. Penetrates down, does Jewell on the right side. Comes off a screen by Hansen. We're going to get a bump call. Ty Hayden just picked up his 2nd. He's got both of the Crusader fouls here in the quarter. 30.5 seconds remaining. Corey Meyer going to send in a sub, and Bryce Lewis will check in for him next dead ball. Caden Oswald nearly came up with a steal, but can't gather it in on the sideline. And it'll stay with the Spartans. Again, both coaches, Tom Peterson and Kate McAllister, and one player from each team from the girls' game earlier, expected to join us at halftime. Jewel with it, knocked away by Lewis. Jewel will pick it back up, knocked away again by Lewis. Jewel picks it back up again. Now the ball is loose, and Cal Hayden will come out of there with it. Hayden going to lead the break, 3-on-3, attacks all the way, and the layup's up and good. 26-9 now in favor of Coon Rapids-Bayard. Lob pass over to Hansen. Hansen flips it off into the hands of Rasmussen. Rasmussen inside to Nelson. Nelson goes up over Hayden, misses it. And Cal Hayden going to pull down the rebound as the horn sounds. It was a tight game early, but it was all Crusaders the late part of that quarter. They lead at 26-9. Second quarter coming up in 1 minute here on 93.7 at KKRL.
Oh, hell no, not again. Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Danny dreams fearlessly.
Because when you feel protected,
It's okay.
your family's free to pursue their dreams.
So are you brave?
I'm brave.
I'm fearless.
I'm fearless.
Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency.
We're through one quarter of play, 26-9. Coon Rapids-Bayard right now leading Exira and Kimballton. We're coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Chap Blackman and Mason Nealon. Mason, your first chance to come out and call basketball with us. How's it going and feeling right now?
I mean, watching two good games so far. The first one pretty close. This one not as close, but still great basketball.
Easton Hayes sitting across the way. They work it down on the baseline to Rasmussen, inside to Nelson, working on Hayden. Shot up no good. Ty Hayden will pull down the weak side rebound. He'll push it up, gets it up across half court, penetrates down to the right block. Kick pass to the corner. Hayes was floating up to the wing. That pass to the corner goes out of bounds into the student section. I think Macy Thompson may have grabbed that one. It'll be out of bounds to the Spartans. Rasmussen brings it up, circles it over to the left side. Checking in during that timeout was Bryce Brabham. He's on the floor now for the Spartans to start this second quarter. Nelson has it knocked away by Lewis, but gathers it back in, up top to Rasmussen. He'll fire up a three, up no good. Cal Hayden tipping the rebound around. He'll pull it in. He's got 5 ahead now to Oswald. Oswald will go up to the rim, shots up in good.
Crusaders just killing it on the defensive end and then easily getting out in fast breaks there. It looks like a lot of their points are going to come from that transitional offense.
Yeah, if you're the Spartans right now, you're not happy with your transition defenses. The Crusaders are turning defensive rebounds into layups on the other end as Ty Hayden comes up with a steal, but Oswald not able to squeeze it in. So the ball will go back over now to Exira Elkhorn Kimballton. If you're a Crusader fan, you got to love how quick you're turning that defense into offense here in this ballgame.
Oh yeah, you could blink and you're just going to miss the transition right there.
Jewel with it down to Rasmussen on the wing. Pass going to be kicked by Oswald. Going to stay with the Spartan. 6:47 to go here in the first half. Culver's halftime report coming up.
Something I like here from the Spartans is that they're trying to attack Cal Hayden down low, try to maybe get him in foul trouble early so that he has to take a seat on the bench, but it just doesn't look like it's getting to be very effective right away.
Jewel's pass in on the inbound, stolen away by Parker Hayes. Off now to Cal Hayden, penetrates in, dumps it off to his brother Ty, and the layup by Ty up and good. Another well-executed break, and it's 30-9. Rasmussen will bring it up. Double team comes, gets it off to Nelson. Left side now to Jewel. Off to Brabham. Brabham with it. Up top it comes to Nelson. He's just inside the 10-foot line on the volleyball floor. Works it over to the left side. Penetrating down again is Nelson. They'll work it down the baseline. Jumper from him from 12. Up no good. Ty Hayden with his second rebound. Off now to Oswald. Thanks to Will Miners over here on my right, running our video production here tonight. Rasmussen comes up with the Spartan steal. He'll push it down, dump pass a little bit late. That gave Hayes time to get down there, and then Hayes tips it. It goes off the backboard, then off Brabham and out of bounds. It'll go over to Coon Rapids-Bayard. Great hustle that time by Parker Hayes to get back into the play.
Yeah, that's the defensive player that you want as a coach, is coming down and getting back even if the ball looks like it's going to be an easy layup in transition.
That is a steal, and a senior making a great hustle play there. John Hayden sitting across the way. They work it to Ty Hayden, now off to Caden Oswald. Oswald with it off the right side, penetrates down the lane, comes to a crazy jump stop, and had a leg slip. He's all right. I was concerned about that right knee with the way he went down. Ball going to be knocked out of bounds by the Spartans. Bryce Lewis going to check into the ballgame.
Yeah, you see a couple injuries come out of a slip like that, and I've seen kind of that play run along in a couple other games, but luckily he's not injured.
They do call the foul on Colton Hansen. That's going to be his first against the Spartans here in the quarter. Lob pass comes in to Cal Hayden, now off to Ty inside the three-point line right side. Found Hayes underneath the basket. Parker misses the first shot, but gets his own rebound and puts it up and in. It's a 32-9 now in favor of Coon Rapids-Bayard. Nelson with it. Inside, Hansen shot at the rim up good. Did a nice job of sealing on Baker. Cannon Hansen with his first bucket makes it 32-11. Lewis brings it up, gets it across half court. Lob pass underneath the Ty Hayden, goes up over Hansen and grabs it. Now Brabham comes up with the steal. Rasmussen to push it ahead. The Spartan team not going to quit. Jewell will penetrate in. Ball knocked away, gathers it back in. Up top now to Nelson. Over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen down the right side. Kicks it back to Jewell, right side, top of the key. Ball stripped and stolen away by Hayes. Hayes with his second steal. He's going to attack off of the other end. Shot up no good, and a whistle and a foul going to go against the Spartans. And that one looks like it'll go on Rasmussen. That'll be the call. So Austin Rasmussen, the 5'4 junior, picking up his first. Parker Hayes at the line has not attempted one tonight, 57% on the season. And the free throw on the way is up and good.
Again, another instance of Coon Rapids-Bayard getting out in transition, just trying to get easy buckets. Because, you know, it's a lot easier to beat a team when you're playing 3-on-2, 3-on-1 than it is to play 5-on-5 in the half-court set.
Yeah, you wonder when the Spartans will start just sending somebody back so that maybe they have a little extra defensive help. Second one from Hayes up and good as well. 34 now to 11. First two free throws tonight for Coon Rapids-Bayard. Rasmussen will bring it up, defended out there by Oswald. Brings it over on the right wing. Now right side top of the key to Nelson. He'll get to the free throw line. Kick pass to Jewell. Left corner three up and good. Owen Jewell with his second three. 34-14 at Coon Rapids-Bayard with the lead. Oswald will bring it up. Works it left side to Hayes. Hayes with it. Spins at the elbow. Backdoor cut by Cal. It's knocked away on the pass. Out of bounds. Last touch by Jewell. That's going to get Cannon Hansen back onto the floor now for Brabham for the Spartans. 4:08 to go here first half. Malia Kleberg over in the doorway over there. Devin Dembinski in the house here tonight. Big Spartan, or a big Crusader fan, I should say. Lewis, right wing three up in good. Caden Oswald finds him off the inbound. Lewis with his second three tonight, third of the night for the Crusaders. They lead it here. High score of 37-14. Pass tipped that time by Lewis. Jace Baker comes up with it ahead to Cal Hayden for the dunk. Hayden hammers it down on the other end. 39-14. Rasmussen off to Hansen. Hansen picks up the dribble on the wing, down to the left corner to Jewell. Jewell knocked away. Cal Hayden out alone again. And he goes down and dunks it again. And we're going to get a timeout called by the Spartans. It's been a show here tonight for Coon Rapids-Bayard. They lead at 41-14. We'll step away. Back right after this on 93.7 KKRL.
This is Iowa, and Avelo Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes feel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankwood along with Mason Nealon tonight. Mason, thoughts here on this first quarter and a half?
A lot of excitement on the Crusaders' end. Good defensive play turning that into offense. And for the Spartans, they looked promising for a minute there. Had a driving kick for a three, but, it looks like every time that they get their foot in the door, the Crusaders slam that door right back in their face.
Yeah, Owen Jewell hit a three in that first quarter, put them up 5-4. But it was the Crusaders taking the lead right back at 7-5 off a three from Bryce Lewis. And they've been able to pull away now, leading it here 41-14, winning on both ends of the floor. Hansen with it up top now to Nelson. Nelson over to Rasmussen on the right side. Rasmussen on the wing. Kicks it up top. Nelson going to fire up a three. It's up no good. And the rebound pulled out of there by Bennett Heiderscheid, who checked in during that timeout. Off now to Lewis. Lewis up the floor. Dumps it off to Hayden on the pick and roll. And Lewis with the assist. Ty Hayden with the bucket. He's got 10 here in the ballgame. 43-14 in favor of the Crusaders. Ball thrown away now by Jewell. He was looking for Nelson, who was popping out high on the left side, but threw it behind him. He expected him to be a little closer to the hoop. The Crusaders can build on that lead, up right now by 29. Oswald over to Lewis on the right side. Lewis to the elbow, up top to Heiderscheid, over to the right side on the baseline. Ty Hayden, skip pass now over to Oswald. He's got all the way to the rim and drives it all the way up and in. Defense rotated that time, but didn't fully rotate, Mason, and that was a wide open lane for him to take it into the hoop.
Yeah, Oswald planted his foot and went straight into the hoop.
Nelson in the lane, going to draw some contact. Nice pass that time from Rasmussen. That's going to go on Heiderscheid. Bennett Heiderscheid, the 5'11 sophomore, picking up his first. Jewell will inbound. Looks like they're going to box it up maybe around the lane. Actually, they're still kind of running around. They'll lob it up top to Rasmussen out high on the left side. He'll get down to the baseline to Jewell, defended by Baker. Drives to the left elbow, down to the baseline. Rasmussen catches and fires for three. It's up no good. Ty Hayden pulls down his third rebound. Off now into the hands of Oswald. Oswald up the floor over to Bryce Lewis. Down to the left corner to Baker. He'll bring it up on the wing, up top to Ty. Over to the right side, they work it to Oswald. Oswald in the corner with it. 20 on the shot clock and drives in. Runs into Heiderscheid with a fadeaway jumper up and good for Caden Oswald. He's got 10.
For the Crusaders, it looks like no matter who's on the court for them or the Spartans, they're just going to dominate that offensive side of the ball.
Hansen with it, gets to the right elbow from the right wing. Now off to Rasmussen. Now bounce it left side. Nelson going to fire up a three. Up no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Ty Hayden. Ty ahead to Lewis. Nice catch up above the head. Penetrates in. Now backs it out. Leaves it for Ty inside the right elbow. Jumper up no good, but it was a foul on Nelson. That'll be 2 on him. A couple of free throws coming up here for Ty Hayden. Mason Culbertson, a 6-foot junior, going to check into the ball game for the Crusaders. Ty 2 of 2 at the line tonight. Make it 3 of 3. Ty coming off an outstanding baseball season this last summer as well. Played a good portion of the year with his bat, giving him some problems as the catcher. But just a tough young man, and fought through it and had a great year. Second one up no good. A rebound taken down by Jewell. He's got a tremendous future in athletics here as well, just a sophomore. Rasmussen left side down to the baseline, and Nelson tried to feed it inside, and there's Ty Hayden with the steal. Oswald ahead now to Heiderscheid, down to the left corner. Baker, he'll drive in, defended by Jewell. Kicks it back out to Oswald. Under a minute to go here, and we're going to get a whistle away from the ball. I think that's going to go on Bennett Heiderscheid. That's going to be 2 on him. Trying to post up. Culbertson now going to check in for Ty Hayden.
I thought the last name Culbertson sounded a little familiar.
Yep, there's been a lot of those around here. Got the Miller family sitting right down here in front of us from Exira Kimballton. Rasmussen brings it up over now to Hansen. Hansen drives in, trying to back in against Landon Cook, who's on the floor. They'll kick it out. Brabham's three up, no good. Nelson comes down with the rebound, but it's stripped and stolen away. But then Cook, who stole it away, ends up dribbling it and stepping on the baseline. So he's going to turn it over with 38.4 seconds remaining. Again, Coach McAllister, Coach Peterson, the two coaches from the girls' game, and a player from each team expected to join us here. Hopefully they'll come up at the halftime. Lob pass to Nelson, who cuts into the lane, misses the little one right in front of the rim. Brabham comes up with the rebound, back over to Nelson. Nothing going right now for the Spartans. And 9 at the end of the first quarter, just 5 here in the second quarter. Now Nelson misses a wide open layup. A rebound taken down that time by Mason Culbertson. Culbertson over at Heiderscheid. He'll travel with the basketball. And the ball turned over now to the Spartans with 18.1 seconds remaining.
That one just a silly mistake, you know, some of the fundamentals that sometimes you just forget to do when you're moving at a pretty fast speed.
Took off running before he, dribbled. Nelson with 10 seconds has it, wanting to get it to Rasmussen, and does, down to 7. They'll get it off now to Jewell, running the motion offense to Brabham. 3 seconds left, and Nelson fade away jumper from 17, no good. And the rebound taken down by Bennett Heiderscheid as the first half will come to an end. It's all Crusaders. They lead it here 48-14. We'll step away, take a break. Hopefully we'll have some interviews coming up right after this on 93.7 KKRL.
DePaco Credit Union strengthens your well-being. Build strong communities. Because when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you be well.
Could not have done it by myself.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Culver's halftime report. Culver's celebrating 40 years in business, 12 years in Carroll. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Let's talk Little Exira, Elkhorn, Kimballton Spartan girls basketball. Tom Peterson joining us here. They fall earlier tonight, 59-36. Tom, I know not exactly the way you wanted things to go tonight. Just the turnovers kind of started to add up, and you knew coming in, both of you teams love to press, and them getting those turnovers kind of allow them to get into their offense tonight?
Yeah, we had 15 turnovers in the first half. I think we had 10 in the first quarter. Then I think 3 out of our first 5 possessions in the second half, we came out and did the same thing. We got into some early foul trouble with some of our guards, and so it kind of takes you out of your game plan and what we were wanting to do tonight, and you got to credit them with what they did. Their defense was really good tonight. Their hands were good. Just some uncharacteristic turnovers on our side. So, it's something to reflect on here over the next couple of days before Christmas break.
The old saying kind of is teams that love to press don't like always to be pressed. Is that kind of what happened to the girls for you tonight?
Well, you wouldn't think so as many times as we went over this in practice, Jeff, but, they're 14 to 18. They're young. We're learning. So, this is something you got to learn from. We'll watch some film, and hopefully the girls will be able to bounce back here right after Christmas.
I know you made a run there in the third. I think got down to 7 at one point, kind of had a chance to claw back in. So you got to like the fight of this group. They never quit.
No, and that's just it. We've got the athletes to do that, and I do think things will click eventually. Right now we're not in sync. On the defensive side, we had a lot of lack of communication tonight. So it's a lot of things that I feel we need to work on, and I think that we can get there in the second half of the season.
Break coming at the right time for you guys. You don't have a game with West Harrison, the boys do, but you don't. Is the break kind of coming at the right time for you guys?
Well, it's 4 games is all we've played here prior to Christmas break, and this is our first one in a week, and it kind of looks like it also when I'm watching our kids. We just haven't been able to get in sync. This year is the way I feel, so it's hard to say. It'll give them some time off because we've had a ton of practices, 22 practices and only 4 games. So I know that they're ready to play a bunch of games, and I think obviously in the month of January that's going to happen.
Well, Tom, always good to see you. Appreciate you coming up. Best of luck. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Yep, right back at you. Thank you.
You bet, Tom Peterson. We've got Ashton Clucky waiting for us here, and we're going to get Ashton down here. We'll get her on the headsets. She had a tremendous ball game here tonight for the Coon Rapids-Bayard Crusaders, and Ashton Clucky putting those headsets on. Appreciate you joining us. Great game tonight.
Thank you.
You had to feel really good about the way you came out and played tonight.
Yeah.
What stood out for you about the defensive effort for you and the girls early on here tonight?
I think we had to really just try to shut Taryn down, considering she's a really good player and she knows how to play basketball and shoot the ball really well.
So how were you planning to do that, and did you girls kind of execute that just right tonight?
Yeah, we just had to play harder defense, keep her in front of us, and I think Lauren did a really good job with keeping pressure on her.
Now, you battled some foul trouble tonight, but kind of tore things up there offensively and on the glass there in the fourth quarter. What started to work for you, and do you think tonight kind of gets you settled in now, and these big double-digit games going to start happening for you more frequently?
Yes, I think I just had to gain more confidence and just be more confident with basketball. And having my sister teach me some of her moves from high school helped me a little bit. Her pound dribble.
What'd she teach you?
Her pound dribble shoot.
Okay. Well,
Every time.
I tell you what, you have a lot of skill, so have some confidence in yourself. How much was it to kind of knock down that first shot tonight, even though you didn't score again until the fourth, to kind of get that first one to go? How big was that?
Yeah, I think the first one really made me notice that I can do it and that I can shoot the ball and score points.
Well, I tell you what, even when you're not scoring, I appreciate the way you play defense, the way you rebound. You contribute to a team that's a really good team. So even when you're not shooting it as well as you like, you're still out there contributing to this team and the wins tonight. So great job out here tonight. Appreciate you joining us. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. You bet. Let's get Caitlin McAllister on the headsets, and we'll get her over here and get some thoughts from the Crusaders coach. And we'll get her thoughts on her team picking up another win here tonight as they move to 3-1. Coach, got to really like the way the defense came out tonight.
Yep, for sure. That's what our girls are just relentless defensively. Yeah. And I mean, I looked out there I felt like the first quarter took a really long time, and I look out there and some of our girls looked gassed. I'm like, oh no, this is going to be a long night. But they just do a good job of fighting through things, and they help each other out. So if we do read something wrong or we are a little bit tired, we do a good job of helping one another.
I was going to say, with us having headsets on, we can't hear anything, but the communication between the girls out there has got to be excellent.
Yep. Yeah, you can tell that this junior class specifically has played a lot of basketball together. They know where each other are at offensively and defensively. They know the game of basketball where they know how to talk. That's kind of a thing that it's not really taught. Like, it's just a instinct thing. So just having them be able to do that makes a big difference.
Anna Hart, huge for you in
Yes.
the first half.
Yep.
Hit a couple of big threes. A couple of those were Caitlin Clark type range.
Yep.
It almost seemed tonight, we were talking a lot about Taryn Peterson and that matchup. It
Yep.
almost kind of seemed like Anna come out tonight and says, yeah, I'm here.
Yep.
I'm here. I'm ready to go.
Yep, yeah, she did a great job. Offensively, we kind of, gosh, when was our last game? Cam?
Yes.
Okay, it's been a long 8 days of practice.
Yes.
Cam, we did not shoot very well. We missed a lot around the rim. We didn't really shoot well from the three-point line, so it was nice to come out offensively and do what we've done really well the first couple of games. So I think that was needed for her also, specifically that she makes some threes because she is a good three-point shooter. She's a great driver, but now teams are going to have to close out on her hard, and that's going to open up other things for her. So it was a big night for her.
You just mentioned 8 days of practice since Cam until tonight. Now you're off again until after the break.
Yep.
So how do you give the kids a little time off but still get the work in you need over the break to kind of work on the things you want to work on?
Yep, we're going to give them about a week off. So we're going to shoot a couple days, just focus on little things. And then after that, we'll come right, I think we come right back after Christmas, like the day after Christmas, and get going. We're going to Madrid to scrimmage. Last year it worked out really well for us because we scrimmaged GMG,
Right.
which we played in the district and during districts, and so we got to actually see some teams that we weren't going to see. So that's what's nice about going to Madrid. You get some teams that are on the other side of Ames, and we see different things.
Yep.
So that was really nice. That'll be a good, I think we play like 3 scrimmages, or have 3 different scrimmages, so that's really good.
Well, that's, probably really good. So I got to tease Anna a little bit because if you'd have given them 7 days off, you might have gotten her in line drills again to get her back in shape, right?
Yeah, that's what, at the end, no kidding. At the end of, when we broke it down tonight, she goes, okay, see everyone after New Year. And I was like, we play on the 3rd. We are going to not see you after the New Year. And she goes, oh, sorry, my bad.
Yes. I got to tease her, though, about that picture of her not liking to run line drills there
They
early in the
ran
season.
quite a few line drills the other day, so.
Well, the way you guys play and the energy you put out there, they've got to be in condition, right?
Yep, they do a good job. So.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I tell you what, great win tonight.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas,
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year.
Yep, you too.
You bet. Head coach Caitlin McAllister again with the Coon Rapids-Bayard girls. We'll get Mason Nealon on the headsets again here as we head to the second half. What's that? Send them to me. Crusaders with the basketball. Mason, quick thoughts here on the first half, 48-14 in favor of Coon Rapids-Bayard.
You know, you never want to be one-sided in a basketball game, but Crusaders tonight just looks like it's a little one-sided.
Caden Oswald finds a lob off of a set play, and Cal Hayden with his 3rd dunk here in the ballgame. A two-handed stuff off of the baseline. It's 50-14. We'll have continuous clock. Nelson drives in, runner-up, no good. The rebound to Ty Hayden. Crusader boys putting on a little bit of a clinic here tonight. Underneath, Hayden going to pick up the assist. That's Cal as he finds Parker Hayes at the rim. 52 now to 14. Rasmussen out on the right side, comes off a screen, works it down into the hands of Hanson. Hanson now to Nelson. Nelson, left side top of the key, finds Jewell. Picked up out there by Lewis. They'll rub it off to Rasmussen. He's going to fire up a 3, no good. Ty Hayden with another rebound, his 6th of the ballgame. He'll push it ahead, now attacks, kicks it down to Cal, right corner 3 up long. And the weak side, a rebound taken down by Young.
I couldn't imagine for the Crusaders tonight that a lot of these starters that'll play down the stretch of the season will be playing a lot longer during this game.
Yeah, you always, as a coach, you want your kids getting used to having that focus to come out of the locker room. So you always want kids to come out and play right away. Young with a bucket underneath. But, yeah, I wouldn't imagine that Coach Meyer going to have his starters. He didn't play a lot of them a ton of minutes in the first half either.
Yeah, a lot of those starters got pulled in the mid-first and early second quarter, just kind of giving the new guys a little bit of a look inside the game.
Cal Hayden inside to Ty on the left. Block fadeaway jumper up and good. Cal's now got 5 assists. Ty with 11 points on the night. 54-16. 6:05 to go here, third quarter. Again, Casey Miners and I going to type up recaps of all of tonight's basketball and wrestling. They'll all go up on the Brinks Exterior Sports Report at sports.1380kcim.com. Parker Hayes off of the miss from Rasmussen, ahead to Oswald on the right wing. Back now to Lewis. Lewis over the left side, down to the wing, to the baseline. Cal Hayden driving in, attacks the rim. I thought he was going to go up and dunk, but he just lays it off the glass. And it's 56-16. Rasmussen again will bring it up over the left side to Hansen. Hansen off now to Nelson. Nelson defended out there by Cal Hayden. Works it down to Hansen in the left corner. 3 on the way, up and good. So Cannon Hansen picks up the 3. That'll make it 56-19. Oswald over to Hayes, back to Oswald. Oswald with it, works it over on the right side. Back over now on the left side. Cal Hayden skips it right corner. Lewis with the 3, up no good. Rebound tracked down by Hayes. They'll save it into the hands of Cal Hayden. Skip pass, and that's going to hit Brian Kraft. See, I remember his name now. I already told Brian I apologize for the pregame and the girls. He laughed. Clock running here with 4:40 to go, third quarter. Spartans will bring it up. Rasmussen over on the right side, penetrates down, cut off on the wing, up top to Jewell. He's cut off just inside the top of the key. They bounce it down inside, and we're going to get a foul on Ty Hayden. That'll be number 3 on the 6'1" sophomore. First here in the third quarter on Coon Rapids-Bayard. Don't forget, you can watch and listen to the Knights boys basketball game on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. Got Will Miner sitting over there running it. Our video broadcast always brought to you by a Fun Top in Jeans. A Fun Top in Jeans in Carroll, where the name says it all. Former Coon Rapids-Bayard girls basketball coach Jessica Hayden sitting across the way. Firing up the shot that time was Nelson. Shot was up no good. Young came down with a rebound, but travels in the traffic around the bucket. And the ball will go back over to Coon Rapids-Bayard. Taryn Peterson sitting across the way right now with some Crusader fans across the way. Caden Oswald over now to Hayes. Hayes takes it down on the baseline, works it off into the hands of Cal Hayden. Hayden going to drive in, pull up, jumper up in good for Cal Hayden.
You know, it's always good for the Crusaders here right before the break. You know, you got everyone with their warm-ups off. Everyone's kind of touched the court a little bit, and then in the second half, you'll see them touch the court probably a lot more.
Yeah, I'd imagine that we probably won't see any of the starters in the fourth quarter. Rasmussen over to the right side to Jewell. Jewell with it. Jace Baker getting set to check back in. Jewell pull-up jumper just inside the free throw line. It's up in good, or just inside the top of the key, shy of the free throw line. 58-21 now, Crusaders. Oswald with it. Wyatt Oswald sitting across the way over in the front row. Skip pass over to Caden on the right side. Caden driving in. Oswald kicks it over to Cal Hayden left side. Hayden down to the baseline. Pull-up jumper from 12. Left it short. The rebound to Josh Nelson. Jewell going to attack on the baseline. Got down to the left block. Cut off now to Rasmussen. Left corner 3 up, no good. Ball hit the rim a couple of times. Young will track it down. Gets it off now to Nelson, to Rasmussen. Back inside to Jewell. Jewell up top to Young. Now off to Jewell. Jewell drives in. Ball knocked away. Bryce Lewis comes up with a steal ahead to Parker Hayes. Can't quite get control of it. Nelson will come swatted away. And now we're going to get Baker into the ball game. Brabham and Hanson will check in as well for Exira Kimmel, and Nelson and Jewell will check out. Cal Hayden going to check out for Coon Rapids-Bayard. Bennett Heiderscheid going to check in for the Crusaders as well. He'll check in, I think, and he's going to check in for Caden Oswald. Crusaders to inbound down on the baseline. They'll put 1 on each elbow and 1 in each corner. Lewis to inbound it. They set a couple of screens. They tried to get Hayes right by the basketball, tipped away, but Hayden Ty comes up with it. Ty, the only Hayden out on the floor now, so if I say Hayden, it's Ty. Lewis drives in on the right baseline, leaves it in front of the rim for Ty Hayden, who knocks down the jumper. Great pass that time from Bryce Lewis.
Crusaders already breaking 60 with a little bit left to go in this third quarter.
Now we get a whistle and a foul, and that's going to go on Bryce Lewis. Defending out there against Rasmussen. So Lewis will pick up his first. They get it into Rasmussen in the corner, now off to Brabham. Brabham to the left side, they work it. Driving in now is Nelson. Back off to Hanson. Hanson, step back move, didn't get open for the 3. Back to Nelson, over to Rasmussen. Into the hands of Brabham, running that motion offense up top. Rasmussen down the left side, cut off up top to Brabham. 10 on the shot clock. His runner is up off the back of the rim and good. So Bryce Brabham, the 5'10 junior, his first bucket tonight at 60-23. Ty Hayden on the right elbow, gets it out now to Lewis. Lewis back over to Hayes, back to Lewis. 15 left on the shot clock and game clock here in the third. Bennett Heiderscheid baseline jumper up in good. First bucket tonight for the 5'11 sophomore. 62-23. Hansen trying to answer with a three on the other end. It's no good at the buzzer. We'll head to the fourth quarter. 62-23 in favor of Coon Rapids-Bayard. We'll step away, take a break. Back right after this 1 minute timeout on 93.7 at KKRL.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankman and Mason Nealon with you tonight. Will Miners in the house. Jeff Storyhahn in the house as well. Crusaders come up with the steal to start the fourth quarter. Bryce Lewis will bring it up. Backs it out now into the right corner. Kicks it down to Heiderscheid near the right block. Finds the cutter, Ty Hayden. And the layup's up and good. So Ty with the bucket. Makes it 64-23. Brabham will drive in, flips it back behind him. Jumper on the way from Nelson, no good. Ty Hayden comes down with a rebound, his seventh. Pass stolen away by Rasmussen. Rasmussen with it out on the right side. Picks it up right side, top of the key. Double teamed out there. Lob pass inside to Nelson. Tip stolen away by Ty Hayden. His fourth steal of the ball game. Crusaders have been impressive tonight, have they not, Mason?
Yeah, this is just solidifying why they are the number one team in the Rolling Valley Conference.
Shot is up, no good. Rebound taken down by Brabham. Latest update on that Carroll game, they're up 19-6 after the first quarter. That game on Kick 106.7 with Nick Brinks on the broadcast. Lob pass in to Nelson, shot at the rim, in and out, no good. Gets his own rebound. Nice job of staying with it that time by Josh Nelson. He'll put it up and in. This is Spartan team, I think, better than what we're seeing from them here tonight, just struggling to shoot the ball.
Yeah, I think the Crusaders had a good defensive game plan, kind of put them in a position where on offense they got to move fast.
They work the ball up top, down to the right side now to Baker. Baker drives in, up top to Lewis, going to fire up a three, up no good. Rebound tipped by Landon Cook. Can he save it? He does, but into the hands of Rasmussen. So Rasmussen will get it up across half court, works it over on the left side. Now to the left wing to Brabham. They try to feed it in for Nelson. Stolen away again by Ty Hayden, his fifth. Ty out on the break, takes it all the way in, misses the layup. Rebound pulled down that time by Rasmussen for the Spartans. 5:45 to go here. Jewel up top, three on the way up, no good. Nelson has the rebound tipped. But it's going to be a foul on Ty Hayden, and that is number 4 on the 6'1 sophomore. He's walking over here like it might be 5, but he knew he was checking out anyways. Mason Culbertson will check in. Checking out is Nelson. For Exira Kimball, is Hansen checks in. Again, recap stories of all tonight's area basketball and wrestling on the Brinks Exterior Sports Report at sports.1380kcim.com. Josh Nelson with the bucket in front of the rim. 64-27. 37-point lead right now for the Crusaders. Baker up top, over to Lewis on the right wing. Heiderscheid running the baseline. Lewis attacks, gets it to Heiderscheid near the right elbow. Up top to Culbertson, over to Baker on the left side. Baker with it back up top to Culbertson. Over to Lewis on the right side. Lewis is going to drive in. Runner, the little flip up, good. That runner from the right elbow. Bryce Lewis shooting it well tonight. He's in double digits. 66-27. Jewell drives in, little fadeaway jumper from the right elbow short. Heiderscheid will come down with a rebound. Ahead now to Lewis. Lewis with it, behind the back move, gets away from Jewell. Now over to Baker on the right side. Baker down to Heiderscheid on the baseline, double team, back out to Baker. To the cutter, Culbertson, but stolen away by Nelson. Nelson over to Rasmussen, brings it down left side, off to Nelson, 3 on the way up. Off the rim, no good. Brabham's tip up, no good, and the rebound taken out of there by Baker. His first here tonight. He'll jog it up across half court, leaves it off now for Lewis. They bounce it to Cook on the left wing. Cook flips it up now to Culbertson, over to Baker, right side to Lewis. Lewis works it over, flips it over on the left side to Baker. Baker with it, back up to Lewis, to Cook on the right wing, to Culbertson on the right elbow. Down to 3 on the shot clock, knocked away. Rasmussen will come out of there with it. Under 3.5 to go here in the game.
Crusaders look like they're kind of slowing the tempo a little bit, just kind of running their offense and going through the motions less than trying to put a lot of buckets in the hoop.
Yeah, take as much time off that shot clock each possession as you can. Cannon Hansen with a nice move in the lane. Good footwork. Looked like Kevin McHale there for us old-timers. Able to knock that one in. Left side to Landon Cook. His 3 on the way up. No good. The rebound taken down by Nelson. Are you old enough to know who Kevin McHale is?
Kevin McHale, Celtics power forward.
Yep, okay. Heiderscheid on the steal. Layup on the other end is up in good. I know you're only like, what, 19 or 18? So 18. I wasn't for sure if I threw out a name of a guy that was just a little too old for you there.
He's a part of that Celtics dynasty with Bird and Magic going at it.
Yep. Robert Parrish, Danny Ainge, Kevin Johnson.
Good Celtics team. What was that, 70s and 80s?
Yep, 80s especially with Larry Bird. He was drafted in 79 out of Indiana State. Magic out of Michigan State that same year. They had played for the national championship and then had an awful lot of finals matchups over the years with the Lakers and Celtics. Steal by Jace Baker. His second comes down to the right block. Fadeaway jumper up, no good. Shot that one like his dad. Just kidding, Rich. I know Rich pretty well. He'll take that with a grain of salt and laugh at it. Losing the ball out of bounds is Jewell. Somebody may text him and let him know that I just teased him on the radio. Jace Baker will walk it up. Gets it up across half court. Works it right side to Landon. Cook with it. Cook down to the right corner. Gets it up top. They'll circle it left side to Baker. Back over now into the hands of Sam Larson. Shot by Cook up no good. Jewell will come down with a rebound. Over to Nelson. Nelson down to the left baseline. And he stepped on the foot that time of Mason Culbertson, and he twisted an ankle. He is limping off the court. He's going to be fouled on the play. And that's going to be a loss for them.
Yeah, you never like to see injuries in this final minute 30 we got left.
Culbertson picks up the foul. That'll be his first, second against the Crusaders here in the corner. He was just driving in and attacking on the baseline and stepped right on Culbertson's foot and instantly got up and didn't get up. He didn't go down, but he just started hopping and he hopped right over to the sidelines. Hansen will lob it into Brabham. Brabham will grab it. Lob pass up top to Rasmussen. Rasmussen with it. Penetrates over to the right side. Picked up off of the pick and roll that time. And Brabham instead. Hansen to the free throw line. Picks up the dribble off to Rasmussen. They'll fire up a 3 up good. Austin Rasmussen, the junior, with his first bucket tonight. 68-32. Coon with the lead. 40 seconds left in this one. Coach Meyer expected to join us with one of the guys after the game. Cook over to Baker. Baker with it. Skip pass over to Larson. Larson picks up the dribble, leaves it off for Culbertson, out to Cook. He'll fire up a three, up no good. Rebound to Bramham, now off to Rasmussen. Landed an outstanding cross-country star for Coon Rapids-Bayard. Great cross-country runner. Ball knocked out of bounds by Cook. His aunt, I think it is, or his cousin, I can't remember for sure. Haley Cook was an amazing track athlete and volleyball and softball player down here at Coon Rapids-Bayard. Played back with Riley Schlepp and Nicole Detlinger in that group. Inbounds pass comes into the hands of Hansen, and that's going to do it. Coon Rapids-Bayard going to win it here tonight by a final of 68-32. As they will move to 5-0 on the season and 4-0 in the Rolling Valley. Xyro-Kern-Kimelman falls to 1-3 overall and 1-3 in the Rolling Valley Conference. We'll step away, take a break, back with our Mackey Motors tailgate in 3.5 minutes here on 93.7 at KKRL.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive health care for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
For almost 150 years, Roselle Mutual has been insuring homes, farms, and so much more in Carroll and the surrounding communities. We offer outstanding coverage whether you need it for your shiny new car, your next ATV ride in the trails, or boating day on the water, or you're looking to put better protection on your family home and farm. Roselle Mutual and Grinnell Mutual are here to provide you with expertise, exceptional service, and quality insurance for all of your needs. For commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance, give us a call today at 792-4525. Roselle Mutual, proudly insuring the area since 1876.
Collins Aerospace, we believe in investing in our employees' future. That's why we are proud to offer our Employee Scholar Program. Whether you want to pursue a professional certificate or a degree related to the industry, we offer full tuition reimbursement and even paid study time. Our Employee Scholar Program is the perfect tool to help achieve the future you've been dreaming of. At Collins, we don't just want to offer you a job, we want to offer you a career and a future in aerospace. For details on the Collins Aerospace Employee Scholar Program, visit us at careers.rtx.com.
Dries Company. People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
For over 50 years, Pringer Slumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, third generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer Slumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community, and when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer Slumberland, Highway 30 West in Carroll.
Broadcast that you could have watched tonight on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. That was brought to you by Fun Top and Jeans, a Fun Top and Jeans in Carroll, where the name says it all. Crusaders pick up their 5th straight win to start the season and do it in fashion here tonight, winning it 68-32. And Mason, they took charge of this game fairly early on, fell down 5-4 and then went up 7-5. And the next thing you know, they're up 26-9 at the end of the first quarter. When they flipped that switch, they flipped it quickly.
Yeah, what I was thinking in my head is the play style that I described this for all the NBA fans out there is like a mid-2010s Cavaliers type team. You know, you have a big forward that can score at will, and then you got guys that surround him that just play their role really well.
Defensively, what did you see? How were they able to create the turnovers and then turn, whether it be turnovers or defensive rebounds, into fast break points?
Well, for the turnovers, they would come up on a screen, they'd hedge, and then they'd jump right away. So they were already coming towards their basket, and once they got that steal, they had everyone immediately turn their head and go towards there. So they would start out in transition while the offensive players for the Spartans were looking towards their basket. The Crusaders already had the ball going their way, and they're a quick team, so they obviously got out in transition fast.
When they had to run their half-court offense, did you feel like they executed? We'll talk with Coach Meyer about that as well, but did you feel like they executed in the half-court? Because I think that's the thing that if you got to take something away that to work on would be continuing to work in the half-court. You got to love how you turn your defense into offense and rebounds into offense, but you got to know that there are going to be some games where you just got to rely on that half-court set.
Yeah, I mean, early I think it looked a little bit less than what they could have done, but I think once the game started getting in faster, once their starters started kind of picking up the pace that the Spartans were putting down, they started playing to their will in the half-court. And a lot of that came with down low. You know, you had Cal Hayden kind of pushing the tempo down there, pushing around there, and then when they would focus on him, one of their guys would drive behind and put up a layup. A lot of what I saw was kind of Caden Oswald would do that, and then Parker Hayes would kind of slip backdoor on those so that when Cal Hayden got the ball, he'd dump it off. Easy layup for that.
The guys that came off the bench and saw a lot of time fourth quarter and even late in the first half, how much does this getting play time this early in the year help them maybe if they're called on to have to help out later in the season?
Well, you know, when you come in early this year, you kind of start to figure out, hey, I'm coming up from a JV or a freshman, and you kind of figure out that this is a different type of ball, a different pace, a different team, and you're kind of figuring out the game of basketball at this level instead of playing at a lower level.
Let's take a look at our numbers here tonight. Again, these are unofficial. We'll get official stats from Coach coming up later tonight. That'll be a part of our recap story on the Brinks Exterior Sports Report as we recap all of the area basketball and wrestling from tonight. For Exira, Elkhorn, Kimballton, Owen Jewell with 12, Austin Rasmussen 3, Cannon Hansen 7, Josh Nelson 6, Anthony Young 2, and Bryce Brabham with 2. They were just 2 of 2 from the free throw line. For Coon Rapids-Bayard, Bryce Lewis, 12 points, a rebound, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Caden Oswald, 10 points to go with 2 assists and a steal. Parker Hayes, 6 points to go with 4 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. Ty Hayden, 17 points, 7 rebounds, an assist, and 5 steals. Cal Hayden tonight, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Jason Baker with a rebound and assist, 2 steals. Mason Culbertson with a rebound. It was Landon Cook with a steal. Bennett Heiderscheit finished up with 4 points, with 3 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. You and I discussed it, not easy picking our player of the game in this one. Some of the guys didn't play a ton of minutes, but were very effective while they're out on the floor. Kind of came down to the Hayden brothers. Ty slightly better numbers, but played a little bit more. We leaned with Cal because when he was out there, he just really dominated things.
Yeah, I mean, he had the 3 dunks. I think he had a 3-pointer out there as well. Just like when he was out there, he played his best. But then obviously later in that first half, and then obviously in the second half as well, they pulled him because, you know, the game was out of reach for the Spartans, and they just wanted to save their guys' legs. And then Ty had a really nice game as well, not getting the player of the game, but still played really well.
Absolutely. We do have head coach Corey Meyer making his way over here. We're going to get Corey on the headsets, and we'll get some thoughts from here in the ball.